would you like to make some opening remarks?
Thank you. Oh, man. Wow. Lost for words. But that's that. I'm extremely excited, extremely happy to be back home. First and foremost, I just want to thank the whole Thunder organization, Mr. Bennett, Sam Presti, for the partnership that we had there. It was a great 2 years there for me. But, ultimately, they, helped me find my way back home to LA, and very appreciative of that moment. It's pretty dope, it's pretty awesome. I remember when I was in Indy and we drafted Kawhi, I was a little confused by it because I was the 2 guard there and Kawhi was my position. And I was a bit nervous for that competition that was coming. But if we fast forward that and knowing what I know now, being the player that I am, the player he developed into, I wish we would have kept that pick, and I wish we would have progressed together. And we could have did some special things in Indiana. But it's great to fast forward to where we at now. We both here in LA, and it just seems like this was destined. We were supposed to play together. So here we are. Thank you, Mr. Ballmer, L. Frank, Coach. I'm looking forward to this journey with you. And, man, we're going to make it happen. LA our way.
And now the 2-time Finals MVP, Kawhi Leonard.
Me too. Just before I get started on the Clippers, I want to thank the Toronto Raptor fans. I don't have social media, so I'm not able to put out a paragraph or whatever, but like I was gonna say, just thank all Toronto, the city, the country. It was a great, amazing season, best parade ever. Thanks to the doctors for delivering my baby boy. He's 3 months now, still healthy. I also just want to thank the city as far as the restaurants. Giving up that Kawhi and dine throughout the playoffs. Took advantage of that. The players, they already know what's up. Text, FaceTime me, we'll talk. Coaching staff as well. And the whole organization really, just thank the whole city. Thank you. But now I'm on my next journey. These guys, I think we got a great future. Paul is always a player that I wanted to play with. Like you were just saying, when I got drafted to the Pacers, I'm like, they already got a two-way player pretty much. But as our careers move forward, I see how he develops, see how I develop, and I wonder if we would have stayed in Indiana. But we're here together in LA, both Southern Cal guys. Play right down the street with each other in a Honda Center, not with each other, but game after one another, championship game. Been watching them since then, but now we're on the Clippers, and it's just, I think we got something special. We can make history here, and we got the right team to do it with Steve, Lawrence, and Doc, championship head coach, and I'm excited. Watching that video that they just presented, I'm ready to go.
We're going to open it up for questions here in just a second. There'll be some wireless mics passed around. We are live on Fox, so if you could please state your name and affiliation and wait for the microphone before you talk, it would be appreciated by all. I'll start it off. Kawhi, I'll send it your way first. What does it mean to be playing basketball for you here in Los Angeles in front of friends and family?
It means a lot to me. The Clippers are probably one of the first NBA games I came to. I mean, obviously it's a different staff organization now as far as people that's leading it, but just be able to, you know, for my friends and family to, you know, drive to a game and watch me play and see them after and able to just enjoy the time here is going to be great.
Paul, how exciting is it for you that your basketball career brings you back here to Los Angeles?
I think the same as, you know, what Kawhi said, you know, just family, friends, just being able to be here full time, the interactions I can have with, you know, people I grew up with and people that's been around me since I've been a kid. I'm here, you know, I'm able to be touched. I'm able to, you know, be here full time, be around my niece, nephews, my kids being here with their niece or their cousins. It's just, you know, I think it's a great feel all around. I've always wanted to play back home and see what that was like and do something for my hometown. So I think now I'm here, I can do that on a full-time level.
Raise your hand. Name affiliation. Wireless mic should be passed around.
Congratulations. Welcome home. I know of the love that you have for young people. And the two-part question I have is, what does it mean to you to have all these young people here in this surroundings for your press conference? And the other is, what was it like and what was it about the Clippers that made you want to play for them when you had so many other options?
For me, I grew up a Clippers fan. I loved the Clippers as a kid. I think I'll answer the first part first. I think it's pretty awesome. As much as a Clippers fan I was a Kobe fan. And Kobe was my idol growing up. So I think now with what me and Kawhi can do, we can, you know, inspire that next generation to want to go out on that court. I think how we play is a lost art in the NBA, where guys want to get after it on both ends. And that's how Kobe was for me. He was a guy that didn't care who he matched up against, who he's going to play against. He wanted to beat him on both ends. And that was what I was used to watching growing up. So I think for us, we get that same opportunity to give back to the next generation and kind of rebrand basketball in that sense. But, you know, Clippers been my team. So, you know, for me, it was a chance to come back home and to be a part of something that was already special. I'm not a guy that come in with an ego, with you know, that I'm the man. Like, I want to be a part of something special. I want to help build something special. And, you know, this is surreal to be home and do it for a team that I grew up and wanted to be a part of ever since they missed out on me in the draft, but that's another story. That wasn't on Steve's time, so
None of us is here.
so it's cool. Let that grudge go away.
You know, for me, I just feel like, you know, with Doc being a championship head coach, you know, that's something that I wanted, experienced coach. And the front office is, you know, very transparent with me. You know, they want to win, want to win again. And it's an opportunity for us to just build our own, you know what I mean, to make history. They haven't been to a finals. They haven't won a finals. So, you know, that was something big and exciting for me to, you know, make my decision.
Guys, Dan Weike with the Los Angeles Times. This question for both of you. There's a culture that's in place here already. This team, they mentioned a little bit, a team that played a certain style with a certain intensity last season. I'm curious how much of what was here last year and sort of that identity factored into your decision to be a Clipper?
I think it's just how I play, you know, pretty much just a good pair. Like he says, black top team, they're going hard on both ends of the floor. They want to win, and that's kind of pretty much my competitive mindset when I step on the floor. I'm not a big guy to just have it all on me as far as I'm seeking every attention. You know, if it's not my night or not my game, you know, I'm willing to, you know, pass the ball and do what it takes to win, and I feel like they have that culture here.
Yeah, I mean, that was the biggest attraction with just how hard they played. And I think with Coach Doc, honestly getting everything out of his players. I mean, that's such a special gift when a coach can grab and you can just see their connection on the court. You know, everybody was on the same page. Everybody was pulling for one another, and everybody elevated, you know, their games. So, you know, to be a part of that you know, camaraderie, to be a part of what they already had, just sprinkling what we know how to offer. You know, that's what made it such an attractive, you know, spot for me to be at.
Hi, Ramona Shelburne with ESPN. I'm going to try to ask two questions if you can, just because I can, I guess. The first question is just what conversations have you guys had with Doc about how you're going to build this team and how you're going to play so far? And the second question is simply Kawhi was a free agent. Paul, you got here in a different way, but obviously it factors into this idea that we have about player empowerment and players getting to choose where they want to be and be where they want to be. And just sort of your thoughts on where you both rank in that conversation.
Well, to answer the first question, me and Doc still got a dinner to go to.
He blew me off last night.
I'm house hunting. Pretty good excuse for right now. But you know, I look forward to the dinner and getting to really just unravel and you know, figure out, you know, what he wants from me, what I need to do, and go from there. And just with the whole player empowerment stuff, I mean, I didn't do nothing that was, you know, I worked hand in hand with the front office. We had a great relationship, you know, and I played 2 good years there, and you know, it was a mutual thing between both of us that, you know, the time was up, and you know, we both had ideas of doing things differently. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I think it should be a mutual and pretty even thing if both parties can be on the same page. At the end of the day, they got a career as far as, you know, the team and the players have a career as well. So as long as there's a mutual respect between the both, you know, should be nothing wrong with it.
With Doc, you know, we watched a few clips together, talked, had lunch, but, you know, it's not over yet. You know, we still, all three of us got to get in the room, not just us three. It's going to be a team effort making this work. The 15th guy on the bench has to be in that room as well to know what he needs to do, his role, and, you know, we still got things to build on. We're still going through the transition. As, you know, Paul said, he's house hunting. Everybody's still trying to get settled. So, you know, that'll work itself out. And as far as a player of power, you mean, I mean, I was a free agent, so I could choose anywhere I wanted to go for the most part. So I really don't have too much to say on that.
Hey guys, Miriam Swanson, Southern California News Group. Welcome back to SoCal, you guys, and congrats, Kawhi, on the baby boy. Question for you guys is sort of, you're talking about the front office transparency and how that was important. Maybe speak a little bit more to that, and then why was it important for you, Kawhi, to kind of keep business dealings quiet during this process?
Just because it's, you know, a lot of things are made up now in today's world of the NBA. You could, you know, start a website or blog and, you know, push that out and say Kawhi's doing this, Kawhi's doing that. But it's always important to me to, you know, have a mutual understanding between everyone and just be transparent if it's good or bad. And, you know, I feel like that builds a great relationship. You know, once we had our meeting, I felt like they were true to their word. Nothing really got out. And, you know, it was a great decision, like I said. We had a head coach here that won, an owner that wants to win badly, you know, and a good front office with Lawrence Frank leading it. And, you know, I just felt like it was a good decision for me.
Yeah, over here, Bill Plaschke, Los Angeles Times, for PG and Kawhi over here. You both grew up here. You understand the dynamics of the NBA in this town and the giant shadow cast over the Clippers by the Lakers all these years. How important is it for both of you to lead this team out of that shadow?
I mean, as far as the last few years, as far as a basketball standpoint, the Clippers have been better. You know, they've been. But it's media, you know what I mean? They're going to get the attention. The Los Angeles Lakers, they've been winning championships for a long time, but like I was saying, it's just a media aspect. Even if we do win, you know, who knows how the coverage will change over. And I don't feel like I'm focused on that. I'm just want to win. And, you know, I do things that make myself and my teammates happy. Whatever is on our goal and mind, you know, that's going to be my focus and drive to just make us happy. And if we go to the championship and win and we're not getting no coverage, that's fine with me. I'm good.
I mean, I just think Lakers is Lakers. We got our own identity. We chasing something else. You know, we not looking at the battle of LA. You know, we got bigger things in mind and bigger goals to accomplish, other than, you know, the shadow, and like none of that really means anything. You know, they got to come out and perform the same way we got to come out and perform. I think for us, at the end of the day, we want to be holding that trophy, and that's all that matters. We'll build our legacy and we'll build our Clipper Nation up along the way.
Time for one more question.
Over here, Andrew Greif from the Los Angeles Times. There's a lot of anticipation about seeing what you two can do together on the court, but Kawhi, last year you had a lot of success limiting your workload and for the right time for the playoffs. How important is that to approach this year the same? And then Paul, what is your realistic timetable for being back on the court coming off your surgeries?
I mean, last year I came in a year, you know, not fully healthy. So, you know, we laid out pretty much a schedule for myself and to see what best could possible fit for me, for a long-term longevity thing and issue, and for what's going to make the team better. But, you know, this year coming up, I feel like I'm going to be at full strength. You know, it's just one of those things you just take down the road and see how your body's feeling. And, you know, it's a day-to-day thing. If anything comes up, you know how the NBA season is. It's a battle, 82 games, but the goal right now is to play the season. So we'll see what happens.
For me, there's no set date. I mean, I've been progressing really, really well. I'm at a great point right now in my rehab. You know, so it's you know, take our time. Look forward to returning whenever that day is, and just being 100% healthy.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody that asked questions. I would like now to have Doc, Lawrence, and Steve come up. We'll do the jersey presentation for both Kawhi and Paul. Well, thank you everybody for being here. We have one more thing, but first, we have to get moving outside. These kids have been flawless through this whole time, so we need to get them moving. But what I'm going to ask for you to allow happen, can the media go outside? We have a surprise for both Paul and Kawhi and the Green Meadows Rec Center. If the media members could go out first and then everyone else follow after, it would be very appreciated. We will see you outside.
All right, so the